What's up? What's up, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. Sorry about a little bit of the tardiness, man. I'm having some technical issues. Make sure you hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content, all of my videos. True Viking, I'll see you in here first. And Trey Cater, I'll see you in here. Um, now, uh, Antoine Walker, man. Um, he, former NBA player, was projected to be a superstar at one point in time in his career, early in his career, coming out of University of Kentucky when he played for the Celtics. But then, uh, his career did not pan out the way that a lot of people had projected it to. However, uh, he he is a champion, and you can't take that away from him. You know, uh, he did end his career on a note that a lot of guys wanted to end it. And you say what you want. Um, a lot of people were, you know, they wanted to be an NBA champion, whether they did it late in their career, whether some of these guys were ring chasing, whatever. They just wanted to have that ring or have that chip. But he did not have any hesitation with holding back on how he felt about Anthony Davis and his situation. Okay, um, they had asked his opinion on if they should trade AD, and pretty much he was on first things first, and he had to say this. He said pretty much, of course the Lakers should trade AD. The Lakers need to make a decision. Let LeBron stay with us, be a playoff team, and break all of the records, or keep LeBron, trade AD, and start this thing over. Um, you have to give up AT because he has the most value. Now, also, he also went in even more. Okay, he he went in even more on that too as well. Okay, he said, he had to say that Anthony Davis is pretty much the type of player that he doesn't value being healthy or doing what's necessary to stay on the floor, which is what we've been saying the whole time. He's not durable, uh, and you know he could, while he's talented and everything, you know he he's not making the team any better. And they are projected to go ahead and get rid of AD. You know, we could sit up here and we could try to uh, put it any type of way. We could say that that's cap, or try to debunk it. Do whatever you want to do. They're gonna make some moves. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I agree with Antoine Walker, and I agree with what he has to say. I agree with what he has to say, man. Now, Antoine Walker's career, some people might not look at it as that much more celebrated or anything. The fact that he didn't end his career like a lot of people would want him to, but I mean he's on point with what he says. If we're analyzing things and we're looking at it from a longevity standpoint, you know, uh, you know, he's he's on point with saying that you do have to blow this thing up. And this is also what he said too. He said this too. He said, "quote You got to blow this thing up. It's hard for me to come to this decision, but you got to blow this thing up." And what I mean by blow the thing up, you have to trade LeBron, AD, and Westbrook. I want to add Westbrook to the equation as well. He also said that if I'm the Lakers, I'm calling OKC. I'm calling OKC and offering them AD and Westbrook with an expiring contract to get me some picks to start over. So LeBron situation, you may want to open those Cleveland door again, and LeBron, you may want to retire home. You may want to call down Miami, where they've got plenty of 3-point shooters. Uh, and he's also said, it's time to move on. And like I said, man, I agree. This thing isn't. It's not gonna get any better. If we're talking about in the future, it's not gonna get any better. I know people like to hold on. I know. Listen, I give props for people trying to hang on and trying to stick it out and everything. That's my mentality too. But you do have to ask yourselves a question. I mean, are you gonna have another year of this? And more importantly, is the NBA gonna have another year of this? Because we have to look at it from a health standpoint too. Do they want the Lakers to look the way that they're looking? And they're trying their best to market around the Lakers, and they want to talk about the Lakers, but not just in a bad light. They want to talk about them in a good light. So I agree with Antoine Walker. Even though Antoine Walker, is he a Hall of Famer? No. What's up with it, Stephen Brown? I see you in the building. Is he a Hall of Famer? No. Is he one of the top 75 NBA players? No. He could have been if he'd have, you know stuck it out and took better care of his body and everything like that. But unfortunately, it didn't happen for him. Now, he did also say that he's a Chicago native, just like AD is. So it's natural for him to be critical, of a guy like AD. Um, I've said it time and time again. Shout out to Ticket TV, and salute to Ticket TV for coming through, last night and stating what he stated, while everybody, tried to continue to doubt the man on what he said about AD. And I'm glad he stood on it, man. I mean, listen, this guy, the Lakers don't want to continue on like this. They don't want to continue on like this. I was having a talk with one of my cousins, and he said, Polo, he said, man, this makes me not even. I don't even want to watch the games anymore. He watches the old Lakers. Like he'll even take it back to the 80s. He would rather watch. He's having more fun watching a docu series. I mean, to be honest with you, and I'm like, well, why don't you watch some of these other teams and stuff like that? He's like, man, I try to do it, but they're just not my team. I'm so disgusted. I wish my team was in there and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm different from you. I'm cut different. I'm cut different. I'm gonna watch basketball regardless. If Philly does not do good, I'm gonna continue to watch basketball regardless. I'm just cut different like that. Everybody's mentality might be different. I'm gonna continue to watch, every other team in there. Even some of these other teams that really don't get it. I'll watch a Sacramento game. I'll watch an Orlando Magic game. If you really truly love the game of basketball and you appreciate it, and you can sit down and actually watch some of those games. I'll watch a G League game. I'll watch some of these guys that's fighting for contracts in the summer league game. But if you truly appreciate the game and you appreciate it at the lowest level and at the highest level, then you'll be able to sit down and watch it. But some of you, I'll conversate with you and you'll be like, well, I don't watch college. I don't, and there ain't no knock on anybody. Don't get me wrong. I'm not tripping about it. I ain't tripping about that at all. You do what you do. But what I'm saying is like, if you're focused on that, I think the NBA wants to move on from that mentality, just to be focused on one one damn player, one damn team all the damn time. You know, it, we got to be honest with ourselves. And it's like people don't want to come to grips with saying that the Lakers are not going to be, in the play-in. They don't want to come to grips with that. I'm pretty sure a lot of Lakers fans they've come to grips and they've come to terms with that. You know, but yeah, Antoine Walker was on point. He's on point with what he says. You have to, man, you got to shake this thing up, especially if they trying to win. Now, the other thing is we have to look at their assets. You have to look at their their future. About about their picks. I mean, that was a good point what he said about OKC. But we got to look at that sort of thing. People are really frustrated. You think Lakers fans want to see Boston? I'm talking about hardcore Lakers fans. You think they want to see a Boston or a Philly? Not that we're doing the greatest in the world, but you think they want to see those teams doing good? No, they don't. Or better than them. They don't want to see it. They do not want to see it. And some people are gonna criticize a guy like Antoine Walker and say, "Okay, yeah, man, you didn't accomplish anything in the NBA. You hopped on a team late in your career, and you pretty much did not accomplish what you set out to accomplish." Hold on one second, y'all. So y'all, let me know what you think, man. Uh, Leave your comments, like the video, share, subscribe, hit the notification. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. I'll get at you later.